It's one thing that we might not have thought of much during the recent pandemic, but there's always a price to pay when we have to see the doctor, go to the hospital, and the bills are coming due, and people are drowning again. More than 40% of all adults in this country have some kind of medical debt that they owe. We are joined by Paul Seegert. He's the managing partner at PCS Advisors. He is on the KRLD Newsline. Paul, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks for having me.
So how much debt are people in?
Well, just on TransUnion alone, it's just under $200 billion, mostly held by insured Americans, which is, I think, something we don't talk enough about. We've shifted a lot of cost to consumers in the way that plans are designed in this Affordable Care Act era, and it's led to a serious problem.
So how is that possible if the debt is that high for insured people?
Well, you look at each year, the way the plan designs evolve, they shift more and more cost. They create a greater risk or share of cost for consumers. This year, we're going into open enrollment season this year, and employees and their family members and individuals out there that are getting their coverage through the marketplace are going to see that they could have a max out of pocket on their plan for an individual of $9,100, double that for a family, and that's a big number.
A lot of people,
for most Americans.
A lot of people, especially dealing with ACA, can't necessarily afford that kind of money.
Exactly right. It's more than most have in savings, and if they have a real serious health event, it's pretty easy to get to that number. You go spend a night in the hospital or two, and you're going to hit that number pretty quickly.
Yeah, and of course, it doesn't have to be the most serious of consequences, like cancer treatment or heart transplants or something like this. Something as relatively simple, figuratively speaking, like pneumonia could put some people into debt.
Without a doubt, a lot of folks are in debt because of could be care related to COVID. It could be that your kid bumps their head and you need to take them in and get a few stitches. That can put a family into medical debt. And the figures that we have, it's hard to really accurately quantify how much debt is out there. The TransUnion number that I mentioned doesn't include those people that are responsible enough to get on a payment plan or capable enough to get on a payment plan, say, with the provider or with the hospital.
And
that's a big number that's not included in this.
And a hard thing to hear about this, of course, is how many people decide they cannot have certain physicals or checkups because they can't afford that.
Or they are known to be in collections for medical debt and maybe get refused services. Both are not the kind of outcomes we want to have. Those lead to bigger health events down the line that cost everyone in the system.
What's the solution? Is there one?
Well, we're fixing it one employer at a time. I think employers are the solution. Employers are waking up to the fact that the system in the retail model that they've been sourcing their health care through is loaded with waste, and there are consultants out there that can help them clean that up. I don't have a lot of optimism that we're going to get a fix from the top down from Washington. The lobbying is too powerful in this industry.
Yeah.
But I do see employers all around the country every day that are fixing this and creating plan designs that are better for their employees, that don't leave them at as much risk, and they're driving down the cost by eliminating the waste in the system.
Paul Seegert is the managing partner at PCS Advisors. Paul, thank you so much for the time.